Okay, hey everyone, it's Amanda. Time for another kiln opening video. This one's real exciting. I haven't peeked at it at all, so it takes about 12 hours to fire and at least 12 hours to cool. And I'm trying a cone 6. Programmed it for medium speed and a 2-hour preheat. Let's see what's in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Okay, so I did a whole new set of cookies and everything, so hopefully nothing is stuck. Let's get a better frame. Okay. Woo! So first, this one on top, cute little cast shell dish, and then I added these little barnacles to it. It's got a pretty nice bottom. And oh, let's see. There was a little bit of bubbling or something right there. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I did kind of mess with this glaze a lot and re-wiped it back and then glazed it again. So this is, let me get my notes set up here. This is Laguna Carnation Pink. So that's a nice, like, it's very thick pink. It's kind of similar to the pink opal maybe, but it's Laguna Carnation. So I'm kind of trying on a mission to try out all the pinks. I've got a lot of shell stuff that I want to do, and pink is a good color for shells. And then that was Spectrum White on the barnacles. I didn't say that. So, oh, check this out. This is a pipe. And I did this slip transfer where I like painted under glazes onto a piece of newsprint and then transferred it to the like leatherhard clay. And then I carved this also design in it. It's Egyptian, obviously. We got the little scarab beetle here and the turquoise. So you can see the border of this white here is the slip that I put on top to use to transfer it. And it's not the same slip as the clay body, so well, there was a tiny little bit of pulling away, but not too much. So that looks really good. And then I put underglaze, I wiped it into the cracks and then wiped it back. So it's like only in the cracks. That's a leaf green underglaze. And then in the bowl and inside is Emerald Falls. So that's what that looks like on this brown clay I have going. It's pretty cute, like it fits in the hand really nice. And about pipes, here's another one. I've been kind of experimenting with underglaze, just raw underglaze. That's touched a little bit there. But like this one only touched the shelf, like where it sat, was on these 2 points. So I glazed the bottom, which was suspended above the shelf, and then that same color inside. It's Matcha Gloss by Amaco. And then on these mushrooms, I just painted the underglaze and then I bisqued it. And then afterwards I painted more iron oxide on it and then wiped it back. So that's really, I like how it turned out. It's so cute. There'll be a bunch of pipes in here too, so this is another one. Check that out. That's really nice. This is Georgies Blueberry Matte. It's kind of like blue and green. And this was a white clay, not the brown clay. Or no, was it? No, I can't remember. Maybe, oh yeah, that's what it was. It's the brown clay, but then I painted just the barnacles with white underglaze and then bisqued it, and then the same thing. I did the iron oxide on the barnacles and wiped it back, And then, or maybe this one was the manganese. I'll have to check. The manganese wash on just the barnacles, and then they don't have any glaze on them. It's just that underglaze and wash. And then I painted the rest with glaze in and out. Really cute. I have a couple other ones of these, but I was worried that I did these the same way, where the barnacles are arranged in just such a way so that the glaze part doesn't touch the shelf. So that worked pretty good on this one. I wasn't quite sure on the other one. So, all right. And then there's these cute little tiny boxes. There's this little mold I have. It's for pill boxes, a vintage mold. And it makes these tiny little boxes with a tiny little lid. Isn't that sweet? And I put a little underglaze transfer on that. And then this is, actually, no, I don't even remember anymore. It's mixing clear because it's cast in a colored slip. So you see even where the glaze isn't on the bottoms, the raw clay is pink. So that's how it is. And I think it's either lobster or mango. I can't remember which mason stain that I used to tint that, but I've got two sets. Oh, here we go. Two kind of shell inspired sets with the little shell transfers on it. Isn't that cute? Gosh, I like those little transfers. They're very cute. Mixing clear worked pretty good on these. It's a little foggy right on that edge, maybe too thick. That clear is like a very fine line between too thick and too thin. Okay, this one was, I was messing around with the mold and using different colored slips. So this is kind of like a black and white marbled together and kind of just poured in there all crazy. Then on the bottom, it like kind of most of it was black, but some of it is white. So it's pretty neat. It's got a neat look anyway. So then I glazed it all except for the little feet and this rim, which is actually the craziest one, really. That's cute. I love it because it's like, you know, it looks natural because it's kind of so random. I like that randomness. Ooh, okay. So many tiny little boxes. These are all from molds that I, this little hexagon box is like a tiny mold that I have. Really cute. And then I added the crystals on top. And so this is Georgies sea foam in their tie-dye line. And seaweed on top, which just came through. I was afraid to put, you know, too much with the seaweed on such a little thing. But wow, so cute, right? Okay, and then a turtle box. Same, tiny. There we go. Really cute. This is cast actually from a different mold too. So, and this is bottle green from Spectrum. And this looks like it wasn't glazed at all. I kind of grabbed these at the last minute. They were from a long time ago, and I thought I had this one glazed, but I guess I don't. No biggie. Still cute. You can see how the mold has these cute little, it's like a little sofa or like a little ottoman or something. Okay, and then some of my classic mushrooms. This is chai matte, the Amaco Shino, all over. Pretty cute, and on that brown clay. Usually on the clay, I usually use this brown clay that I got. It's kind of hard to describe because it's an offcut of another Potter's, so I don't really know what's in it. I have a lot, but it's only a limited amount, you know, and so it's hard to duplicate. And then also I use, for any of the white stuff, I'm using Georgies casting slip and Gmix. So here's another on the brown clay. Wow, that is interesting top there. Oh, I was using, these are the ones I didn't write down because they're the last little bits I threw in at the last minute. But I think it's birch on the bottom, and then on the top Georgies latte. It's really nice little mushroom color there. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of variations. Was it the latte? I think it was. Because I also have the Spectrum nutmeg, but it doesn't look quite like that. Cute, right? Oh, those mushrooms are so cute. Okie doke, let's see. Oh, this is just a little kind of goddess figurine. I decided not to glaze her at all, so just kind of a little talisman. And let's see, this one too, it's kind of like a lady parts pipe, and that's got the same carnation from Laguna inside there. Okay. Whew. I kind of really like this shape. I've been doing this shape of a pipe a lot lately. It's kind of like an oblong shape. Wow, look at that. This is starfish, like in the ocean. And the starfish are saffron from Spectrum. It's like a chino. It's like a little, it's glossy, but not quite as glossy as like this other stuff is. And this is the sapphire float and how it looks on the brown clay. Like, wow, huh? So shiny. And then it's got these 3 little feet to rest up above the shelf. So cute. And then I made actually a matching jar to that pipe, and this is the top, so I'll save that till it comes up. Ooh, shoot. I really packed the stuff in here. I don't know how close you're supposed to pack a glaze kiln, but I did. Okay, and then this. Oh man. Okay, these are stuck now. This one, it's hard to say what the glazes are because this is when I started kind of a long time ago and just finally finished. So it's kind of like every pink I've got plus every underglaze pink on there ahead of time. So I started off with speedball underglazes, purple or amethyst, I think they call it. They're purple, and the hot pink and the light pink. And then I did that. This is on the brown clay. This is like a pink barnacle cluster. You know, sometimes they have those really big giant ones. They come from like Hawaii or something, someplace really tropical. And you always think, oh, well, that would be fun to have, but you don't really want to, you know, hurt some poor barnacles. So I was going to make one. I like stuff like that. That's like faux, you know, nature. Looks like something, but isn't. Pretty cool. So I don't even know what it is. It's like a, you know, it's like a planter or something. A vase, multi-vase. The way it sits on the table, it kind of has like an arc to it, like that, up and down, and it just touches on these 2 points right here. So that stuff is kind of suspended up in the air. Plus I did some other glazes on the outside, weeping plum, carnation, abalone, and white, I think. Okay, look at this thing. This is a sangria, Spectrum sangria. It's got such a nice, like, range of tones that all kind of go together. It's perfect pinky. And when it gets real thick, it's kind of more like that floating pink color, and where it's thin, it's maybe more of this hot kind of maroon color. And this is it's kind of a tester because I don't know that the top is actually going to fit on here. Oh yeah, it actually does. That's fun. I wasn't sure if the top was going to fit, so I wasn't attached to it yet, but it's got all these cool crystals on it, kind of in a cool pattern, like it's actually natural also. And this is sangria, and then on top of the crystals, you can kind of see where I did it. I kind of just like had it drip around and fan out. It's seaweed. And then maybe some dark flux right on the tips. Look at those, huh? So pretty. Well, if that one worked out, then I've got good hope for these other ones. So. I just made a whole new batch of cookies, and then I kiln washed the cookies because that makes so much more sense. I did some cookies and then they vitrified to cone 6, and then I couldn't put kiln wash anymore on them because they were not absorbent enough. So this time I did it when they were bisked. So I'm real happy with those. In theory, you're supposed to do, you know, like make cookies out of a clay that's a cone higher, that fires 2 cones higher than you're actually doing, so that it lasts longer. And I mean, a few of these have broken and stuck to stuff, but it was the clay I had, so I just went with it. Oh, okay. Dang. Oh no, cone accident. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Cone accident. I got my cone stuck to my pipe here. Well, this was supposed to be a pipe, but man, it really sagged onto those glaze points. It's actually touching the stilt. So it's probably, oh God. Okay, here it came off. I was gonna say it's maybe never gonna come off. Gotta save that cone because that's indicative. Well, maybe I can grind it off, I suppose. So here it is. It was stuck right there though, and here, and the stilt marks are a little more than I wanted. It's got a little slug on it. Ah. Okay, so let me find out what this is. This is cinnabar top times 2, and inside, and then just oatmeal on the gills and the stem. What a speckled, interesting speckled look. It's really pretty. I'll definitely do it again in a different way. You know, with these pipes, it's really hard to, you know, like, do you have them stand up on their bottoms and have that unglazed, or do you stilt them, or do you try to, you know, not glaze like a circle and balance it? Because you really want there to be glaze on the inside for sure. You want there to be glaze in the bowl, and you want there to be glaze where you put your mouth, and for that whole thing to be continuous with glaze. So, ooh, this is fun. Okay. Ooh. So look at this. This is a, oh wait, nope, this is not the right top for that. This is the top for that. Rescue that before it goes. Okay. So, whew, look at that sucker. Okay, so this is Spectrum's lime green inside. What a color. Fun. I was hoping it would go with this whole crazy scheme. So we got lime green in, obsidian out. That's mostly taken over. 2 times. And then iron luster. I did at the top like a wavy line way above where it went to though, like here. So it like doubled its motion there. Iron luster times 2, and then emerald falls on top of it wherever it was. So kind of just like a layering, like halfway. Because this has such a profile, I figured if I just put it there at the widest point that it would drip at least a little bit, and it dripped a lot. And then this kind of took over the whole lid, but I like it. Wow, really fun. don't really know why it's called the compote dish. It's kind of like a vintage mold. It's the thing. I don't know. People used to serve food in them. I don't know why it had a lid, but it's cute. I like boxes of all kinds. Okay, so this is ancient copper. In and out. Just 2 times on a wavy line. I like little pinch bowls like that. Just to have around. Okay, this one is a refire. So, dang, it's stuck. There we go. Sometimes I have this rubber mallet, and if you just kind of tap the tile just really lightly, then it's, well, I was trying to refire this clear. You might remember this one from a different video. And try to refire the clear to see if it was worth it, like, you know, refiring it. And I mean, it cleared up a tiny bit, but not at all, really, no. The inside is still the same, too, so that's okay. I mean, you know, no big deal. But it definitely did not change it. Okay, so, oh, here's the bottom. Here's this little dish, stash jar that goes with the... Kind of got like an overlap right where the tentacle goes across. I don't know if that fits right in there. So starfish box. It's got all these starfish around the outside. Saffron again and sapphire float. Many coats of the sapphire float, and yet I don't know. Doesn't come through quite as much as like. So this is the set then. Got the pipe and jar set. Woohoo! I like sets. Makes you feel thematic. So, okay, since this ruined my deal, I don't exactly know what happened. But that's the 5, and the 5 is usually gone all the way over anyway. So the 6 looks like it's a little hot. I did one on the bottom too, so this is just the topmost cones that I said. I set 2 sets. So it's a little over a 6. And yeah, because the 7 went a little too. So it's kind of what I expected at first. I don't know, I thought maybe cone 5 with some kind of hold or something, but I don't know what the hold's going to do to it really. And every time I do cone 5, I get cone 5, and when I do cone 6, I get cone 7, so it's kind of a quandary. Be interesting. I know even on the various Facebook groups and stuff, people, such a range of things that people are setting their kilns to, you know, 5 with a 5-minute hold, 10-minute hold, 20-minute hold. I don't know, does it depend on how big your kiln is, you know, that you're trying to make sure it reaches that temperature? This one's really small and it's new, and so, I don't know. Anyway. Alright. Here is, oh, look at that drip line. I love that, where it's like so dimensional, and it just almost didn't get the bottom. This is dragon fruit clay. And this is like my first tester of it. I made it like more than a year ago, and then I never got to fire it, so I never knew how it worked, so I never tried it again, actually. So it's really cool. Look at all those speckles. Wow. I don't know if it did something to the clay that makes it more speckly. You can kind of see the speckles come through, but not specifically. So this is autumn purple on the bottom and sangria on the top, both from Spectrum. So just kind of like a band and overlapping a little bit, but really beautiful. I like that dragon fruit. I like dragon fruits. I was a big fan of dragon fruit before dragon fruit was popular. I guess they come from the Yucatan, Mexico. All right, look at this guy. He's pretty cosmic. Wow. Okay, so this is a frog mold. Obviously, it's a cast mold but I made it, first I poured green clay into the mold, and then I poured white clay after that, just a little bit of green clay, just to get like a rim. You can see in there he's still white, but right here where I haven't glazed at all, he's green. And that's because, like, how would he look right now if that part was stark white? It'd be kind of distracting, and then you never know, how far down to put the glaze and where it's going to go. So I feel like making them all like green really does it. And then I did Georgies zinc free clear all over, and then his eyes are under glaze, so yellow and black and a little white dot. And then on top of the clear I put Aurora green just to get some craziness to him. He's really curled and crazy. Wow, like his little back legs. Yeah, cute. So definitely make more of those guys. And then this is a pumpkin. Did not quite have these guys ready for Halloween. It's February. Yeah. So this is a glaze I kind of mixed myself. It's Tangerine, the Mason stain, mixed into the matte white Amaco SM11. And then the stem, I think, is antique brass Mayco. And then I put little dots of raspberry mist around, just with a brush, just kind of dotted on. And they kind of spread a little bit. I knew they weren't going to spread a whole lot, but I think it gives a cute kind of freckled look. I hope I didn't put them too evenly. I don't know. I was putting them on, and then I thought, oh, we'll do some big ones and some small ones, some random ones. Is a lot a good amount? I don't know. Maybe there's too many spots. And I didn't really put any on the bottom. So this is a casting also. And all these castings are Georgies Gmix. So this thing, let's see here. Okay. I like that antique brass. Okay, here. Let's take out these. Then this one is a lid to one that's coming up, so wait till we get the whole thing. Whoa. All right, the whole bottom layer. Yeehaw. Well, let's check these cones to start. I didn't have as much room for them this time because I was trying to pack it early in there really good. They say to put them in the middle of the kiln and kind of facing towards the center, so that's what I always try to do. But okay, this is the 5 totally down, and then the 6, I mean, if you go from where it hit, I guess that's just about a 6. Maybe it's not tilted as much. I mean, obviously you got to 6 because look at the 7. The 7 is just down a little bit too, so we'll call it 6.5, I guess. Which I guess is fine. I mean, I don't know. They always say, these glazes are for cone 5/6, and a lot of them even work up to cone 10, so can't be too bad. All right, let's do the other half of this guy. This is just a pinched jar. That's what like a lot of my stuff is. It's either hand-built from the brown clay or slipcast and then modified with the Georgies Slip and Georgies Gmix. So this goes like, let's line that up. This little jar has a little registration mark there. And one single mushroom with some cute, let's see, does he have gills? Oh yeah, cute little gills, look at that. Ooh. And it's just a jar. There's some drips inside, but I kind of did most of the outside. I guess you can see it's iron luster, which you can still see peeking through there. It always is kind of a grayish brown for me, but then you do oatmeal on it and it turns this amazing blue. So this is Amaco iron luster and oatmeal. Okay, and now this one I stilted too. Let's see if the stilts come off. There we go. Wow. These stilts, I don't know. I got these from the ceramic shop, and they're supposed to be fired up to cone 10, so you can like bend the little prongs to fit what you're doing. That other one would have worked if the cone hadn't hit it. Okay, this one is cool. This is a cast mug, a barrel mug it's called. Ooh. So, what is this? It is, let's see, bottom. Barrel mug. Okay, inside abalone ×2. It's kind of nice. It's like it's slightly matte, but it's like kind of pinkish, not quite white, like a pinky white. And then outside raspberry mist, and then enchanted forest. And I think I only did it on the top, so it did kind of move a lot. That enchanted forest is really something. It's really, ooh, a lot going on. Little gold flecks everywhere. Okay. Here's these little, that one I'm going to have to be careful with so I don't break off his little foot. This is a sculpted dinosaur I did. It's like a Maiasaur or something like that. This is saffron on the brown clay. It's got some real detail though there. These little like orange floaty bits where it's thick. I tried not to make it too thick, but looks like she kind of stuck to the shelf there. So cute. Love these dinosaurs. And then here's another dino. Ooh, brachio. And just hand sculpted. And then Sand and Sea by Mayco. Really cute. You gotta wipe their feet back quite a bit though. This Sand and Sea on the dark clay, I don't know, it really breaks, you know, like on the sharp lines. It's real melty. Okay. Here's a little mushroom we got here. On top is Spectrum's Ahi Chino. I like it's like a mushroom color. It's kind of like a, you know, ahi, like a tuna color. And cinnabar on the bottom. So that's really cute. Oh, cute. It's cute. I keep saying it's cute. It's nice. Very nice. All right, and then we got Hot Pink. Hot Pink by Spectrum. I did a Christmas tree in this color, Hot Pink. It's kind of pretty similar to the, well, maybe not, to the Laguna Carnation. The Hot Pink's a little more like white orangish, and this one's a little more maroon. This is just a little shell. Sits on the table. And nutmeg on the outside. Nutmeg, Chino, Spectrum, Chino. Yeah, cute. Okay, and then this is a mold for a pillow vase, it's called, because it's kind of like pillowed out. It's like round, but got this flat bottom. I really like this shape. I've been making it kind of in a hand building sense also. So these are all the different colors of slips I mixed up, all kind of different colors. I'm not sure which is which, honestly. I could go back and figure it out, maybe. I'll have to. You know, just different colors of mason stains that I bought. Lobster, mango, delphinium, blue, violet, tangerine, this shell pink, which didn't really turn out that good, and then raspberry mist inside by Mayco. So when I was making this in the plaster mold, I just dabbed slip in spots all over and then waited for it to dry and then poured it as usual. It's really a cool technique I'm starting to explore, painting directly on the plaster mold with slip and then pulling out the casting. And then here's another cast mold. I had also used this in a past video, the one that had the underglaze clouds on it. That's the same mold too. I really like it. So this is matcha gloss. I tried on purpose to make it like really splotchy. Like I did several coats and then I went back and did like big globs of it. And then mushroom pillow vase, yeah. And then on the top I did cinnabar and ancient jasper and maybe something else I'm trying to remember. And then on the gills, I think I did just white. So really cute though, very foresty. I like making a mold of something and then using it as the base to like add a bunch of cool jazz onto. Forest core jazz. Here's a cast jar that I did. This is like a ginger jar. It kind of lost its lid. Oh no, and it cracked. Ooh, big old crack right there. So it's okay, it's just kind of a test. And underglaze transfer, and then sky celadon, and then cobalt celadon here and inside. So I thought maybe that would like spread a little more. I should have put some flux on it or something. But two celadons together though don't really bleed, or shouldn't anyway. Oh yeah, look at this. Nice. I knew this was going to be a good one. This is a Laguna robin's egg. And, oh, it's so pretty. I try not to put too many coats on because I did one other thing in the past with Laguna robin's egg, and it was like so thick and globby. I was like, oh, maybe I should have put way less glaze. So, and then the stem is jade celadon from Amaco. Wow, cute, huh? This goes with my other pumpkin that I didn't get finished for October. And then, so I cast the pumpkin and it had that little tiny stem like you saw the other one had, the orange one. And then I added some more clay and stuck this handle on. And now it's extra cool. Kind of make it my own. Okay, and then last two, here's a few that I did in a mold with the kind of slip casting process like you see. I don't know if you follow Forest Ceramic Co. on Instagram, but man, they do some cool stuff with slip, right? And so I did that with this. I poured a little white slip in the bottom, and then I dripped some colored slip on top of that, and then I kind of swirled it so that it would go up the side. And then this one had a separate handle. Like sometimes mug molds have the handle included, and it's just two pieces. And some of them, the mug is separate and the handle is separate, and then you join them later. So this one was separate. So I did it all blue to go with the blue in the swirl. And then blue handle mug, Georgies zinc free clear. So that looks really good. Brought out the oranges and stuff. And let's see. Is that all I have on that one? Oh, snow, and then snow inside. So that's totally nice and white in there instead of being... sometimes this Georgie's casting slip, it's a tiny bit yellow and not like pure white. I mean, it's not, you know. If it was porcelain, maybe it'd be pure white. black mug. And the same thing with this one. I was trying out some slip casting techniques. I kind of messed up the handle. I think I'm gonna epoxy like a crystal sphere right there or something, you know, like to make it really extra cool. Okay, so this mug cast in black slip, but before I did that, I made some marbled slip and poured it out and let it dry, and then I cut circles out of it, kind of like planets or something, and then slapped those up against the side and then poured the black slip in and out. And then I did black, the Spectrum glaze, just called black. I forget the number. And black on the inside. So that, I don't know, you know, black is a hard color in any medium, in tie-dye, in painting. You know, black with clear over it doesn't necessarily look black anymore. So I'm experimenting, seeing how much black mason stain you have to add, what clears look good over it, you know, things like that. So this is the one where the mug and handle are the same. And I've learned to do it now, but in the beginning, this is an early one, and when you pour it, like sometimes the mug handle ends up being hollow, and you don't really want that. So then when you drain the mold, you kind of have to have it downwards so that all the excess slip flows into the handle and fills the handle, because you don't want a hollow handle. That just causes issues later. So yeah, that's my kiln opening. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of crazy things. I really like this little frog guy. I think he's my favorite. So cute. So yeah, hope you liked my kiln opening. Tell me which piece was your favorite. I'm always making totally random stuff, so have a good one. Bye.